Welcome in, my beautiful builders. In today's episode, it's adventure time. Okay, so today is an adventure episode, which means we need to be smart about this first, because I don't know how far I'm gonna have to go in order to actually find all of the things I'm looking for, which is a desert, a jungle, and, well, really anything else. But desert and jungle are necessary. We definitely want to find sand, and we definitely want to find bamboo. So, in order to be smart about this, take a screenshot of my coordinates in the nether, because this will likely be how we get back. Okay, so now that that is done, checklist. We have obsidian, so we can make ourselves a nether portal. We have ourselves a flint and steel. We have some rockets and our elytra in case we need to fly back through the nether. We have ourselves some arrows just in case we get into any sticky situations. We have a bow, sword, axe, shovel, pickaxe, food, some fire resistance potions in case we fall into lava, and a bed. I should probably bring some blocks and probably some more torches too. And a shulker box. That could probably be useful as well. And I think now we're probably ready. I feel like a kid getting ready for his first day of school. And I mean, this is kind of like that in a way. This is our very first adventure in Minecraft 1.18. This is our first time leaving the valley together to explore our world. And I'm pretty excited about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head in this direction from our valley. And the reason is I actually came from that direction whenever we first spawned into the world. So I know there's no deserts that way. And I have explored in that direction a bit in order to go and find a dark oak forest. So I know there's no deserts that way. So the only direction left is this way. So, let's go. Goodbye, Valley. Hello, world of Minecraft. And it's at this point in the video that this is going to change from our typical style of Let's Play, where I kind of show you guys progress and cut out a bunch of things. But now, I just kind of want to talk to you guys because there's a lot of new people here in our community. We've gained like 3,000 subscribers in the last 2 weeks, and that is just absolutely amazing. First off, I just want to say that because thank you guys. I didn't think that this series was going to get hardly any support, to be honest with you, and you guys have absolutely blown me away, and I really can't thank you guys enough. So I just want to start there. Past that, in the last episode, I asked you guys to leave me some questions for a Q&A session that we could have during our adventure. And I have a few questions picked out that you guys left, and I think this is the perfect time to talk. And let's just, hang out for a bit and let's listen. So, let's start off with this one. When and why did you start doing YouTube? This is a really good first question to start off with. So, when did I start doing YouTube? I've been on YouTube for about 10 years. I believe this channel started in 2012. I was on YouTube a little bit before that on another channel, but that channel was Call of Duty content, and honestly, it wasn't very good. I was very young at the time, and yeah, wasn't great content at all. But I've been on the platform for an extraordinarily long time. And why did I start YouTube? Well, the reason I started this channel in particular is I wanted to share my content with people and just, entertain. I was kind of, whenever I first started my YouTube channel, I was kind of going through a rough patch, in life. I wasn't, the most popular kid or anything like that in school. And it was a good hobby for me to just, kind of take some time and escape. And this was a good escape. And it was one of those things where I can, in a way, a jungle! Oh, that was very quick. I needed a jungle. I needed a jungle. This is one of the things that we were looking for. But anyway, I kind of needed an escape, right? So YouTube was a great way for me to express myself and also kind of escape and meet new people, right? I've met a ton of really good people by doing YouTube, and that's kind of why I did it. I wanted to entertain people. I wanted to, you know, make somebody else's day happy, and also it was a great escape for me. So that's kind of how my origin story of doing YouTube started. It started as kind of Call of Duty content that wasn't very good, and then from there, it expanded into, you know, making YouTube videos that, you know, I was hoping to just, I don't know, find other people that were like-minded like me, that you know, just wanted to, ooh, bamboo, this is what we needed. This is exactly what we needed. Beautiful. But I wanted to find people who were, you know, also just nice people who liked Minecraft, and, you know, we just kind of shared a common interest. There really wasn't a whole lot of thought behind it, to be honest with you, but that's kind of how I got into it. It was a fun hobby, and I've been around ever since. Another thing that I should do while I'm here is chop down a few trees just so that I can get saplings to bring back to my base. So I'm going to do that real quick while we're chatting. So that was our first comment, and that was actually from Brisk and Wout Maze. I don't know if I pronunciated your name correctly, so I apologize for that. But thank you very much for the comment. I very much appreciate it. Our next comment comes from Andrew Richards, and he asks, not Minecraft related, but how are you, Killa? You okay? Yes, Andrew Richards. I am doing absolutely fantastic. Just a little bit of backstory. I'm coming off a couple of years where I was in college, and, you know, when you're in college, you're kind of broke. You know, you don't have a lot of money, you're barely getting by, and I just graduated. And after I graduated, I lost my job due to the thing that's happening in the world right now. You know, the cough thing? Yeah. I lost my job due to that. And it was about 6 months of being unemployed. And because I lost my job due to what they claimed was non-coronavirus stuff, I didn't get unemployment or anything like that. So I basically had 6 months of no income. And it was rough. And finally, 6 months after graduating from college, I finally found a job last month. So things are looking up. Things are looking up incredibly. And not only that, now in the last 2 weeks, I also have my YouTube channel that has been dead for a long time, like just hasn't been growing, has all of a sudden just exploded. So everything in life is just going really, really good right now. And, you know, partially, that's thanks to you guys. So am I doing okay? I'm doing fantastic. Our next question is from Ashley Greenwood. I think I'm reading that right. I'm going to be honest with you. It's kind of small on my other monitor, but it says, what is a piece of wisdom that you think more people should know about? A famous quote, personal philosophy, life lesson you've learned, etc. Okay, so for this, by the way, I'm noticing that I'm not getting any saplings right now, and I'm kind of disappointed about that. That's literally all I'm waiting on is for saplings before we move on. But life advice. So most of my life advice that I have, my words of wisdom, actually comes from my father. My father's, you know, been one of my biggest role models throughout my life, and words of wisdom, a quote per se, something that my dad always told me that I think is something that especially a much younger generation could learn. It could do them well in their life. Is my dad used to always tell me when I was in high school, because at a certain point I was kind of, you know, I was looking to be accepted, you know, and you get in with a bad crowd by doing that sometimes. You're just, you know, trying to make people laugh and trying to be liked, and you know, you end up falling into bad crowds, things like that. And something that my dad told me at one point was, listen, if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And the idea behind that is if you have friends who, are people who are doing wrong things, people who aren't, acting well, then your future will also end up like that. Your future will be, you're going to eventually do something bad. Your friends are your biggest influence. And that's something that I've really taken to heart, not only in my, high school days where I was, trying to make friends, but also just in general for a career. Like, I want to surround myself with people who are, looking to be productive, people who are looking to better themselves, rather than people who are always looking to drag other people down. And I think that is a huge piece of advice that, something that I think everybody could take along in their life and use. Okay, so before we get into more questions, I'm just going to wait for a jungle sapling because this is getting kind of boring just waiting for a sapling. Of course, I get my jungle saplings and I'm back out here on the water adventuring and it starts raining. Of course that's how this works. Let's go into this savannah and let's see if I can sleep away the night or something. Or maybe I'll just travel through the savannah since there's no rain. I'm telling you, 1.18 has just significantly increased the rain in Minecraft. It's absolutely insane. But anyway, our next question comes from DK Sue, and they ask, what do you do besides YouTube? And I think that this comes as no surprise that YouTube is not my full-time job. I'm still a pretty small channel, so I do have a day job, and I am a software engineer, so I make computer programs and stuff like that. I actually work for a company where we work on a system for hospitals. That's actually my current project, but who knows how long I'll be doing that. But anyway, that's what I do. I'm a computer engineer. I, code for a living, and that's what I do. Not a ton to say there. I type on a keyboard for a living. Not exactly the most entertaining thing, but it does the job. It pays the bills. All right. So our next question is from Alexa Dmitrijevic. I know I butchered your name, buddy. I apologize. But anyway, your question is, what is your favorite Minecraft update? And this is a good one. I think I'm gonna say Minecraft 1.18 just because I love the lighting. I love the lighting update that came with Minecraft 1.18, and it's something that a lot of people probably don't see as a big deal, of like, oh, light level 0 for mobs to spawn. A lighting change I've been begging for years and years and years in Minecraft, and we never got it. And then with this update, not only did we get insane terrain, we got ourselves insane caves, we also got lighting updated so we can actually play with light levels in our builds, and that is a huge deal to me. So this is probably my favorite update that we've had in a long time. Before that, I would probably say the Nether update was a big one, and I did like that one. But I think I would go old school, and I would go with something like the Redstone update. I know that a lot of people probably weren't even in the community back then, but I was, and the Redstone update was a big deal. Getting things like comparators and observers and things like that was huge in the community at the time, because back then we used to have to do things like bud switches and stuff like that in order to detect different updates on blocks, and now we don't have to do that in Minecraft, and it's really nice. It's really nice, to be honest. By the way, this is my second jungle that I've found. That is kind of impressive. Jungles used to be extremely rare, but I guess not anymore. Also, what do my cords look like? How far am I? I'm at like 3,300 blocks out. That's not bad. Granted, I don't remember where my my base cords are. I know where my nether cords are because I took that screenshot, but I don't know where my my actual base cords are. It's like 1,500, right? Or maybe it's negative 1,500. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm going to be honest. Anyway, so next question. What's your favorite biome? This is a hard question This is a hard question. I think before 1.18, this would have been an easy question for me to answer, but there's been a lot of new biomes added in Minecraft 1.18, and I think my new favorite would probably be the Jagged Peaks biome, because I just love the new mountains. I think that they're absolutely gorgeous, and that's why I picked my base location, because I wanted to be near the Jagged Peaks. I think that before that, though, before Minecraft 1.18 changed absolutely everything, I want to say that my favorite biome would probably have been, I don't know, maybe, oh, is this a desert? Is this a desert or is this a beach? This may just be a beach. Yeah, it looks like a beach. Okay, I got excited there for a second. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, before Minecraft 1.18, I would probably say a forest. Any of the forests, whether that be a regular forest or a dark oak forest, doesn't particularly matter. I just like things that have greenery already in them in order to block lines of sight. I find that to be really important when I'm building, to block lines of sight off so that you feel like you're in a more controlled environment. It's kind of like what they do at Disney World. They put, the buildings in specific locations. That way you can't actually see all of the, maintenance areas and things like that while you're walking around Disney World. I kind of feel the exact same way with my Minecraft worlds. I like being able to block off lines of sight to, areas that maybe aren't so pretty, like farms and things like that. So I think that forests like this were probably one of my favorite biomes. Now, probably Jagged Peaks, just because I love the look of them. I absolutely love the look of them. Okay, so our next question is, could you please tell me how to get ideas in Minecraft? Because I tend to lose interest in most worlds I play. And this is from, I believe this is supposed to be Comey, is how you say your username. But anyway, how do I stay inspired in Minecraft? I set big projects. That's how I stay inspired, and that's not for everyone. Not everyone likes taking on really big projects and then working toward them. I feel like that's more of a unique thing to me, is I like taking on really, really, really big projects and then slowly working to complete them. As for how to, stay inspired yourself, whew, hello. How to stay inspired yourself. Have a project, have a build, something that you're really passionate about. I think that that's probably the best way to stay inspired, because as long as you're having fun, it's really easy to stay inspired with whatever you're working on. As long as you're having fun, you're going to keep playing. And sometimes playing on a server or something like that is another really good way to stay inspired on your worlds. Rather than, constantly playing in single player, hopping on a server and playing with friends is another really good way to, keep yourself entertained in the game. Me personally, I much more enjoy single player personally, but multiplayer definitely has its place, especially if you find yourself constantly jetting out of worlds, having just, the added things like PvP or, pranking each other or, working together on a project, things like that. It adds a lot to Minecraft. It really does. So that is what I would say to that. As far as building and stuff like that, if you have trouble staying inspired, first off, pick something that you love. Pick something that's going to take a while to work toward. And then also pick something that you can break down into smaller pieces. So what I'm doing with my kingdom that I'm building here in this Let's Play, I'm breaking it down into the gate entrance, and then I'm going to, or I did the bridge in the last episode, and then probably the next episode or episode after that, I'll break it down and probably do something like the port and just get it kind of set up and laid out. And then after that, I'll start filling it in with ships and then buildings and stuff like that. And I'm just going to progressively build up, rather than looking at everything as a whole. Everything should be looked at as parts of a whole. So anyway, that's my advice for staying inspired. Hopefully it helps. I'm not entirely sure that I'm the best one to ask about that, because I'm in general, I'm a pretty intense person. Like whenever I have an idea or I have, I guess if I have an idea or if I have like this really big project or something, I want to go 100% at it. Like I go above and beyond whenever I do things like that. Like some of the subscribers that have been around here for a while, you guys know that I love building mega structures. I love building like really, really big things. I did a recreation of a jungle temple that was over 45,000 blocks in my last Let's Play world. So I like to go big, and that's just, part of my my personality. But that's not for everybody. Some people like doing bite-sized chunk builds. So just kind of depends on, how you are, and you know yourself best. So, I don't know. kind of hard to explain what I'm trying to explain, but I keep coming back to, break things into pieces. Okay, so our next question comes from Turbo, and Turbo asks, do you think duping is cheating / fair? Huh. Okay, so this is, when I saw this question, I thought it was very interesting because it does bring up a really good point in the Minecraft community of things like TNT dupers, right? This is something that people use for farms and things like that all the time. And me personally, I'm okay with certain types of duping. Things like TNT duping for farms, because there's no way to automate a farm, such as like a tree farm, without doing TNT duping, right? I mean, you can do like a blast chamber or something like that, but eventually you're going to run out of TNT, and that farm is then not sustainable, right? So things like TNT duping, I'm usually okay with, and I don't think that it's cheating or unfair by any means. But then other types of cheating, I'm totally against. I don't think that you should ever, cheat blocks into your world in order to complete a build or anything like that. I think that if you're going to use glitches that are in the game, they need to be some type of automation productive glitches, not something that is I'm lazy and don't feel like getting the blocks, so I'm going to, just cheat all of them in. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with like cheating in. I know for a long time, things like rail duplicators were a big thing in Minecraft, and sand and gravel duplicators were a big thing in Minecraft. I don't think that those are really good ways of staying inspired in your world, even, because it's one of those things, like if you cheat in your world, right? If you get a brand new survival world and you start cheating, it's a slippery slope. And once you cheat once, you're just going to cheat again. Every time the game gets hard, you're going to cheat. And in order to stay inspired in your world, it's better to not do that. It's better to, hit that grind head on, and then you're going to have a much, much better feeling of accomplishment when you're done. And that is how you stay inspired in your world as well. Just grind it out. Grind out whatever big project that you're wanting to do. Go for it. Go for it. But anyway, as for the duping, if it's cheating or fair, I think for the most part, in like 95% of cases, I'm against duplicating items. But in certain instances, like a TNT duper, I think that it's technical enough that it's fine. I know that's probably not a great answer by any means, but I don't know. That's my feelings on it. I'm okay with TNT dupers. I'm not okay with basically every other type of duper. Okay, so our next question comes from Enchanted Player, and the question is, I'm curious, how long did it take you to develop your build style? I would say that I haven't developed a build style. Not completely, and the reason that I say that is my build style is constantly evolving. As I learn new things, I change how I build as I learn new techniques and things, and I don't know that any good builder is ever done with their style, right? I think that if you're a good builder in Minecraft, you're constantly trying to learn new things, and you're constantly trying to produce a new style that you've never worked in before. So I don't think that I'm ever done with, perfecting my style or anything like that. I think that, I'm kind of a work in progress still. I have a couple of styles that I feel I'm really good at, and I have some styles that I'm not good at all. For instance, I feel like I'm pretty good at the medieval style in Minecraft. It's one of those that I feel like I can nail pretty consistently, pretty easily. Things like steampunk in Minecraft, I feel like I can nail that one pretty consistently and easily. But other things, such as modern, I'm not a very good modern builder. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very good at building nice, sleek designs that are, you know, kind of plain, but also beautiful. I'm not good at it. Modern has never been a particular design style that I've been good at. So, yeah, I would say still a work in progress for me. I'm always probably going to be a work in progress whenever it comes to building, because there's always new things to learn. As for how long did it take me to get good at building? I would say I got decent at building over the course of like a summer. Over the course of a summer, I kind of, and this was a summer many years ago, by the way, but over the course of a summer many years ago, I kind of went on a deep dive, just, you know, watching Minecraft YouTubers and playing on different servers that were very build heavy, like servers where people were doing like role playing and things like that. I wasn't really into the role playing, but sometimes I would join these servers and I'd just walk around, because the build teams that were working on those servers were just so talented. And that, I would say it took me probably about 3 months to where I could say that I was a decent builder. And before that, I would say that I wasn't a very good builder at all. But since then, I feel like I've gotten much better at building just in general. So I don't know. I feel like I'm never going to be done, but good question. I liked it. Next question is from Radley. I think that's Boo. Radley Boo. And it is, what are some of your favorite Minecraft builders? Which builders inspire you? So, I think that you're talking about like Minecraft building YouTubers here. To which I say, there was a lot of Minecraft builders that inspired me early on. People like Fwip, people like Mythical Sausage are kind of new to the scene, but they're really good builders. Old school builders are who inspired me way back whenever I first started. So when I say old school builders, I'm talking about people like B00 and Corrales and, you know, those style of builders, and even Rendog. Like I was around in Rendog's community whenever Rendog had like, I don't know, he may have had 50,000 subscribers when I first discovered him. He was a small YouTuber just like me, and that's kind of where I started picking up, you know, loving building, was those types of creators. Now there's all kinds of creators that I get inspiration from, you know, Mythical Sausage, Fwip, Waddles. I can sit here and name drop all day with, you know, people who I like to watch. Gemini Tay, Pearlescent Moon. Like, there's a lot of really good builders in our community. But if I'm being completely honest, I try to not watch other content creators as much as I used to. And the reason is I have ADD. I have ADD, ADHD. And part of having ADD and ADHD is we have imposter syndrome, right? And part of imposter syndrome is we compare ourselves to others, right? Like really badly. We compare ourselves to others. And one of the side effects of that is sometimes whenever I'm watching these other builders who are so great, I compare my own building skills to them, and then I feel like I'm not a good enough builder. And it leads to, you know, me copying their style or, you know, things like that. And that's not really good from like a content creation standpoint. If I'm trying to create content that's unique to me and my channel and my style, I don't want to have any type of imposter syndrome style thing being put out there. And it's something that I know that I have, so I just deal with it. So a lot of my favorite creators that I used to watch a long time ago, I don't watch anymore. And it's not that they a desert. A desert. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, it's not that those creators have done anything bad or wrong or anything like that. It's just that I know in my brain I'm not going to be able to produce the best content that I can while watching those other YouTubers. It's a weird thing, and I don't know if maybe this was too personal of an answer, but I don't know. It's just how I feel. Oh, is this a... Oh, it is! It is! There's a mesa in it, too! Or a Badlands, or whatever they call it now. It's a mesa! A mesa, a jungle, and a desert. All side by side. Ha-ha! Oh, perfect! And we actually kind of hit this at the exact perfect time, because I only have one question left from our Q&A. Oh, hey, a desert temple. Let's go and explore that while we answer this last question. And this question is from Imaginary MDA, and they ask, what references, if any, do you look at for build inspiration? And the answer is, I do look at other builds and stuff for inspiration. I know it kind of doesn't make sense. I just told you guys I don't look at other YouTubers' content, but I do look at other builders' build styles sometimes. So, especially if I'm like on Twitter, there's a lot of extremely, goodness gracious, it's a creeper party. It's a creeper party. Hello. Oh man, that was crazy. But anyway, on Twitter and stuff, there's a lot of extraordinarily good builders that you can pull inspiration from without also like pulling out their personality, because you can see like so many different builds on Twitter and stuff. So that's a great place to pull inspiration from. Other places, Pinterest and looking at concept art for like video games and stuff. That's another really, really good place. And that's probably where most of my ideas for builds come from, is from Pinterest. I'll go on Pinterest and I'll look up like, medieval bridge concept art or something like that. And I find a lot of build inspiration on Pinterest. So that's another really, really good place to find, ideas for builds and such. Other places that you can find ideas for builds would be things like a particular server. Like I know there's servers like Builder's Refuge who they make mega builds, like really, 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 really big builds. And nothing that I would ever try to attempt in survival, but some of their build styles may actually, inspire me. They may inspire me. Oh, hey, this person built a ferry that's a gajillion blocks tall or something like that. I would like to make a smaller version of that. Something like that. I don't know. That's another really good place to get inspiration from. Real world buildings are also a good place, especially if you're building something that is, something that existed in the past, such as like medieval structures. You can really easily look up like an old castle or something like that. I like to build in fantasy style pretty often as well. So castles and stuff like that are really, really good ways to get build ideas. Another thing that I started using more recently is there's a site called FreePix, and FreePix, it's a site that it hosts images that people can use for like web designers and stuff like that, and it's a paid service, but I actually already used FreePix for my web designing, like freelancing side hustle that I do. So I already had a FreePix subscription, and I can actually like look up things on FreePix, and I can draw inspiration from there. So I can, search castle or bridge or something simple like that, and I can get some inspiration from that, that particular website. It's a cool one if you want to check it out. You don't really need a subscription to, get inspiration from it. Just search through the gallery. It'll have like a premium icon over top of some of the images, but just to draw inspiration from, it's not bad. It's not a bad site to draw inspiration from. Look at this. I found another desert temple. Absolutely perfect. Anyway, yeah, I actually can kind of go back to my base at this point. There's nothing else that I really need, honestly. I already found bamboo, which is something that I really needed for scaffolding. And I also found... Ooh, diamond horse armor. Hello. That's not what I was talking about. I also found a desert. So desert and bamboo, that's really all that I needed. So I can make another portal at some point and head on back to the base. But first, I'm going to grab up all this stuff. Well, I think I just need to find a good place to plop a portal down, and I think we can head back to the base. There's actually a village over here, so maybe that would be a decent spot to just place our portal. That may be good. Yeah, let's head over to the village and we'll place our portal somewhere near there. So one last comment that I somehow skipped over in my Word document is from Luke T. And this question is, how much time do you commit to the channel each week, creating content, editing, social media, etc.? And honestly, Luke, a lot of time. I would say bare minimum 20 hours a week, and that's bare minimum. Currently, with this series, I'm spending probably close to 40 to 60 hours a week to get out the 2 to 3 videos that I get out for you guys. So it's quite a lot of time, but that's kind of what you do whenever, you know, YouTube is a dream. And that is actually all the comments that I have right now in my comment section, but there are plenty still coming in, I imagine, so maybe in the future we will do another one of these Q&As if you guys would like that. So for right now, though, we need to get back to our base, and this nether portal is going to be our way home because we are almost 8,000 blocks out. So yeah, Elytra and rockets was definitely a good call. All right, let's go ahead and let's head through the nether, see where we end up. And this actually is a relative... Oh, wow, it's right next to a fortress, too. I mean, this is a relatively safe area, so I feel okay about just putting some cobblestone around here and calling this good until the next time that we need to go to the desert. So we'll just make a quick little build around this portal. Alrighty, so go ahead and take a screenshot of this portal, and we should be able to come back here in the future if we ever need sand or anything like that. Now, I need the cords to my other portal. Let me bring up that screenshot. Alrighty, so we need to go to 208.31. Those are the cords that we need to reach. So let's go ahead and put on our elytra, get ourselves some rockets, and also drink a fire resist potion because this is probably gonna get a little bit crazy. So 208 and 30, what? That's this way, right? 208 by, oh, hello. Running! 208 by 30, whatever. I think that's in this direction. So, let's go. I hit a wall already. Let's go this way. Oh, this is gonna get sketchy, ain't it? 208 by 31. We gotta go way in this direction. Oh man, flying with cords on screen is also a pain. Alright, 208. Okay. So here's 208. There's a bastion. And I think I recognize this area. Oh, maybe I don't. Oh, where's 208? Oh, there's our portal. Haha, beautiful. Nailed it. Perfect navigation. Perfect navigation into our humble abode. Nice. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. That is subspace bubble done as well. That is use the nether to travel 7 kilometers in the overworld. That is a pretty difficult advancement to get as well. But ladies and gentlemen, I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. A bit of an adventure episode where we just traveled across the land and had a nice little Q&A session. I hope that you guys, got to know me a little bit better and are, enjoying the content, enjoying the series. In the next episode, we will be back to work on making farms and building and the usual content that you guys have come to know and love. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be where I wrap up for today. I do hope that you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video, as well as if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. But that's going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a great day.